Hey guys and girls, how's it going, and welcome back to another episode of Done in 60 Days Blood and Bones Edition with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself a great day as always. And there is a pig on my crafting table. I thought I would... Never thought I'd say that. Never thought I'd say that. So between this and the last episode, it's been a day. I was meant to do a video yesterday, but I've been spending some time doing some bits and trying to get myself back up to scratch. So instead of being a day 41, this is going to be a day 42. We've kind of lost a day, but you know what? Blame the dragon for that, because we had a hard time with the dragon. Really hard time with the dragon. I'm on like 9 deaths now. Before I went in now, I think I was on 2 or 3. It's insane. I got beaten up by the dragon. I came back here. I picked a fight with one of Nemsun's cats, and that killed me. Got blown up by a hunter. It's been a bad few days, but I'm back in track now. I'm back in black. I've got myself a load of gear, which is good. Now, I haven't got all the same stuff that I had before, but I've got a fairly decent amount of stuff to get me going. I really can't do with having to level up a pickaxe a quadrillion times again for the time being, so I've just made a load of blood magic stuff. And we were really lucky with the fact that, remember we had 2 blood orbs? I completely forgot about that. We made that spare one for the launcher, and I thought that was the one that was on me when we went to the place, but I actually left it inside the blood orb, didn't I? So I had a spare, so I already had an Archmage's when I came back, which was beautiful, because I was thinking I would have to remake one of those. Having that there already made life so much easier. So I made myself a full set of bound stuff. So we've got the bound blade, pickaxe, axe and shovel, and I already made the mistake of accidentally using the special ability of the bound pickaxe on the altar area. Yes, I did. Luckily it was only on one of the sides though, so it didn't take me too long to rebuild it, but I pretty much wiped out the whole place, which was good. I'll show you that in a minute. We'll go find some place and we'll have a play with that, because that's funny stuff. I also made myself some bound boots, and I used a demon blood shard of these instead of a regular blood shard, so I could add 2 of the sigils. So I did the air sigil and the divination sigil. So we have the full protection, and we have the night vision, which is good, because it was really hard doing this without night vision for some reason. I just got so used to it that when we didn't have it, everything just looked really dark. So I got one of those, and I'm going to keep using this Celestial armor, but I haven't got a Celestial headpiece at the minute, because I haven't really needed one, because these add quite a bit of protection as it is. I've got more protection now, without the headpiece, than I did with all the bound armor. So, yeah, that's a thing. And as pretty much everything in Blood and Bones doesn't really do, like regular attacks, doesn't do regular damage, the bound armor's fairly useless. But to have the additionals that get added from the sigils, I'm quite happy to throw them at least on some boots or something, so that we got that. Now today what I'm thinking of doing is, when we go back to face the dragon, which isn't going to be that far, because we're pretty stocked as it is, so we haven't had to really redo that much. But when we go there again, I'm thinking I'm not going to use bound stuff. I'm just going to go in with heavily enchanted armor, and that's probably going to do the trick, because this stuff's always done me well. The stuff from what's it called, metallurgy, it's always been good to me, so I think we're going to stick with it. But we need to heavily enchant it, and instead of going for random enchants, I would rather enchant stuff knowing what I'm going to put on it. So today we're going to make a auto enchanter, and we're actually going to put this stuff to good use, so that we can use all of this horrible mob essence. Instead of drinking it, we can have it go straight into an auto enchanter, auto enchant books for us on the fly, and I can go do other stuff, go AFK, or if I really need to, I can get a poppet shelf, and I can pop a poppet shelf around it, so it'll do all of it for me, as long as it's inside the same chunk, which is good. So we're going to need a few bits before we can do this. We're going to need the auto enchanter to start with. We're going to need some power, but luckily Nemsun made his little tree farmer jinggery over there, so we've already got some power cables running underneath it, and I don't think I left this on. No, we're going to have to watch this, because if I'm going to have this on, because the auto enchanter does eat power, that's one thing that we've got to be a little bit careful with. It does like to eat power, so yeah. But we're going to need a machine frame, we're going to need a redstone, one of these guys. We're going to need some plastic sheets. We're going to need, probably take a few of those actually. What else are we going to need? We need some diamonds, I think. Let's see if we've got some diamonds. We have, lovely. We're going to need some infusicoleum. Is it infusicoleum, I believe? One of these is the one that we need. It's not calendrite. Hepatazine, no. Circlith, araldite, ironlite. It gets me every time. Is it this one? There we go. Yeah, infusicoleum is the one that we need. So we need a block of this, and it's pretty expensive, so it's not cheap to make, but it definitely saves a lot of time. So let's have a look at the auto enchanter inside here. There we go. So we've got the diamonds, we've got that, we've got the infused colia, we've got the 2 plastic sheets, we need 2 bits of carmot. So let's grab a couple of carmot, and we will throw this guy together. There we go, 1 auto enchanter. Now I would also like to try with the auto anvil as well, to see if we can get it all doing it at once, because that would be mega handy. Now for this we do need a lot of, steel actually. Jeez, I didn't even realise we need that much steel. I think Nemsun did have somewhere around here though for making steel. Oh, I wonder if he's still got... Oh, here it is. Oh, wow, loads of steel. Nice. I'm going to take all of that. Right, so we need a buttload of steel. So what's that? That's 6 bits. That's going to be 7. I don't even know if we've got enough here. I might have to make some more steel. That's 10. So what's that? 1, 2, 3. I think we actually have enough. Actually, is this across the top? I think it's across the top like that, isn't it, for an anvil? Oh yeah, we've actually got enough of this. Nice. Alright, so we need 3 of these. So let's pop those in like that. Good stuff. And then the rest of this can go back in there. I completely forgot I needed steel. That's actually a lot more expensive than I thought it would be. We need the plastic sheets, the machine frame, and another one of those. We got those guys. Let's grab some machine frame and that. And this should be everything we need to make the auto anvil as well. Good stuff. Oh, we got a block of steel free as well. That can go back in the barrel. There we are. Okay, right, so I think I've got enough stuff on me. So I've made myself some fluiducts, and we've got leadstone guys. I've got a spare redstone energy cell that I'm going to pop down there, I think. And I've got some bacon burgers, because, you know, doing work like this is, it makes a man hungry. Yes. Right, let's go and set all of this up. And we're going to have to get this running again. I think it's actually still running. If we have a look around the back, I think it's still ticking down because it hasn't been doing anything. So I wouldn't have been using any power, but it would still actually be turned on. Yeah, look, it's still going. Cool. So when we switch it back on, it's good to go. I just need to go there and light everything. That means we are also going to need some glass, but I think we're going to be alright for the time being. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this guy under here somewhere. Because we've got these pipes down here. Now, these are the leadstone. So let's get some leadstone pipes. And we're going to need a couple of these. So we're going to need really one that goes here and one that goes here. So let's get rid of you. There we go. And get rid of you. Oh, I'm really careful of pushing the buttons when I got this, because I can literally decimate half the place in one button if I'm not careful. Right, so we'll have those two. And I think we'll bring them up one more, and I'm hoping this is all connected to the system because I can't remember if it got disconnected, but we'll put the auto enchanter here. Yeah, good, it is all set up then. And we'll have the, oh, that's the auto anvil, isn't it? Damn, I don't want that. I want the other guy. Let's take you again. So auto enchanter can go there, and that's going to take the stuff. And then we're not going to want it to instantly go onto the item, so I don't think I'm going to set it to instantly do it. And we're going to have to make sure that it doesn't auto pull into the auto anvil, because I know sometimes they do like to do that, so we're going to have to make sure that doesn't happen. But we're going to want all of these to come around into there. What's going to be the best way of doing this? Because they have to come from the bottom. That's the only problem with these. So let's move this quickly. And what we'll do is we'll dig out these 2 bottom areas. Oh my jeez! I did it! No! 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 I can't done it! Alright, so we're going to pretend that didn't happen. No, that did not happen. Well, actually, maybe it did happen, but I'm going to go with the fact that I left it in the video, so that means that it was for educational purpose. It was for you guys to see what happens if you push the wrong button when using a bound pickaxe. Yeah, that's why I did it. Yeah. And plus I wanted a refit, you know, I changed things around a little bit, made it look a little bit nicer. It's just how I roll, to be honest. Yeah, I completely messed up there. And I thought you guys would find it funny. So, I've changed things around a little bit. I couldn't actually remember exactly how it looks, so Nemsun's probably going to, like, I don't know, he's probably going to explode. But I think it looks a little bit more open plan now. I don't remember these chests being visible, and I don't remember... I think there's a wall somewhere around here, but it's, yeah, it's better. But I have changed it around a little bit, and I didn't realise, but there's actually a huge hole beneath here where Nemsun's been mining out of his turtle. So I'm actually going to use this, because I thought I could use this area down here for sorting out all the cables to try and make it look a little bit more compact. And I made a little hole here with a ladder to go down. so we can get down there and change around a little bit easier, which is kind of nice. So, you know, every cloud, every cloud. So let's carry on where we left off, I guess. So let's get this place wider. So now I want my fluid ducts, and I'm going to put these around here, like so. Probably going to need more than one, so we'll do this. There we go. And have those coming out of the bottom, so we're going to need to give them a flip of the switch. There we go. Good stuff. So that's going into there now. That's going into those. We can see we've got mob essence in there, which is good. And this is going to go, because we've got to get some power going to this thing as well, so we can't have it kind of coming out of everywhere, but we could have it here, I guess. If we had the thing here, yeah, that could do the trick. So if we put the auto enchanter, well, both of them are going to need it, aren't they? So I guess a better way of doing it would be to put the auto guy here for the auto enchanter, and then have the auto anvil here, and put that there. Yeah, good damns. So that's going to go between all of those and do its thing. Nice. And we haven't got to set anything on these. They'll just automatically output, which is good. So that's going to go into those guys and going to do its trick. Now, we're going to want a couple of ways to sort this out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a chest next to the auto enchanter so that we can have the books go straight into the chest. I think that's going to be a good way of doing it. So let's see if we got a spare chest. We have. I'm also going to want a hopper. So let's see if Nemsun's got a hopper anywhere. Spare hopper. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. He's all into his vanilla-y stuff. I can guarantee there will be a hopper and a repeater and some sort of redstone contraption lying around the base. So with this, we're going to put it on top and then put this here. And I hope this is going to work. I haven't actually tried whether it instantly outputs it into a chest or whether it has to be on a different side, but we're going to find out. So now that that's in there, we need to get some power to it. So let's do that. Let's get our leadstone thingamabobs, and we're going to take a dip down here. Get rid of this guy. Stuck in this weird stuff. There we go. And let's eat one of my burgers. Cool beans. Yeah, check this place out. There's cats down here. You know Nemsun's been here because there's been cats everywhere. There's one down here, there's a cat over there. There's millions of cats. And look at this hole he's been quarrying. I've never actually been down here, so I've never... There's a toad. Wow. He has got random animals everywhere. You just can't let him go. You just can't let him loose. Otherwise, you're just going to have your house filled with toads and cats. Right, so let's do this. So we'll put one there. And... oh, one there. And there. And there. Good stuff. So that's all now going to be connected up. So that should do the trick. Let's go back upstairs. And we're pretty good to give this a test drive, and then I'll just try and fancy it up a little bit. So we're going to need some books, because I want to make sure that we're only enchanting books, not items. I think that's probably a better way of doing it. And I think we've got a load of spare books down here, next to where the other stuff is. Yeah, we have, good. And another thing is I don't know if we need the bookcases, because I've never actually used one of these before, so I guess we're going to find out. So the top level is 30 at the minute, so if I put a book in there, and the energy's going down, guess stuff's happening, the work is happening, work is being done, energy is slowly trickling in, 108 out of... Jesus, does this guy really eat that much power? And there's nothing going in there at the minute. We might be out of power, so what I'm going to do is let's put this down so we can monitor power, because I want to make sure that we're not kind of chewing through all our power. So if we put this guy here, and now we can keep an eye on all of it. So if we do that, it should have the power coming out of it. Going into here. Yeah, there we go. Now this does take a long time. It's not a quick process. And from what I remember rightly, it does kind of eat power. So we need to keep an eye on this. I probably am going to connect it all directly to the big reactor. Oh. That's a bit of lightning right there. Yeah, I'm probably going to connect it to the big reactor so we have it going all the way around here. I haven't actually followed the wires back from this place, but when I had a little look, because I thought it came from the big reactor originally, but it looks like it comes from an energy cube up next to the tree farm, which means that we're going to eat through power. That we're going to go straight through that in no time. So I'm probably going to want to bring this round underneath here over there. And seeing as we've got this big underground area, it shouldn't really be much of a problem because we can just literally bring it underground and come around here. So that's going to be how we're going to do it. And it should work, but you're going to see we're already gone through quite a bit of power, and we've only got a little bit of work done. And it's going to use a fair bit of our stuff up here as well. So we're going to want to get this up and running, and we're going to want to get this area good to go with all of the mobs coming out, which means we're going to need another flint and steel so that we can get this guy going and see how much stuff we can have. I'm going to need to remember to mention to Nemsun that we're booting this back up again. Otherwise he's going to go into the nether and probably have a nasty surprise like he did last time. Yeah, he wasn't too impressed with that. So let's see. Do we have any flint and steelage lying around? I doubt it. Nope, doesn't look like it. Nope. Alright, let's get a piece of steel. And we want some flint. And I think it's this recipe. I think. Yeah, flint steel. Good stuff. Alright. So let's go in the back way. We'll go through here. And let's knock that out. Grab my spare glass. And this should all be good to go. We shouldn't have anything jumping down there, but just in case, I've got some stone brick covered. So we're going to patch this up. Like that. Just so we don't have any rogue stragglers. Because nobody likes any rogue stragglers, any floaters. We don't want anything like that. And we need some glass there. So let's light this first, and then we'll do this. Oh my god. It doesn't take them long, does it? And that should do it. We should start to get guys spawning in there now. We've already got some coming through the portal. It's only going to be a matter of time until we have the guys spawning in the fire as well. And then they're going to start going in there and they'll start getting gobbled up and eaten. And, you know, we're going to get all their drops as well. We don't really need all their drops because we don't. Well, I kind of knocked that away, didn't I? I might have to open that up. But yeah, we don't really need the drops because we've got a full barrel of coal here and we've already got some in there, but I'm really only doing this for the mob juice at the minute. Now, another thing that I want to do to try and make this better is I think it's going to be worth going and doing the division sigil activation ritual so that we can get some of that soil, so we can use some of that for a pretty good mob farm. My only worry is that the stuff that spawns in, like the creepers and things, they auto-explode, so we might have to make the room out of like obsidian or something just to make sure that as they spawn in, they don't just spawn in and go, no, boom, and we don't have any of that, because that could kind of ruin it, but I think it's going to be okay. So that stuff's going in there. Let's just make sure these work with the hopper first as well, so those should go into there. Yeah, that's good, and we're almost done now as well, so let's see if this goes out into here. And let's see what enchant we get as well, because it's going to be pretty cool. And then we should be able to use the auto anvil to put stuff on here. So repair only's off. And we should be able to like attach it to something. Well, we'll have to wait and see, but... Oh, there we go. So an enchanted book. Alright, so it hasn't instantly pulled it out. So that's going to have to be a thing. So how should we do this? I think what we're going to do is... we could have it just go up there, I guess. Or underneath. Oh, we got a thing coming from underneath. Where do I want this coming from? To have this pulled out properly. I guess we could do it like here and just have an item duct come out. It might look a bit weird, but hey, I don't make stuff look nice. I just do stuff. Yeah. Let's get a item duct. Okay, there we go. So I've gone and placed myself a item duct on there. And we've hooked it up with a servo. And bam, look, we've got an enchanted book, Feather Falling 4. How cool is that? And that can go on a nice pair of bootings if you're on your way out. I got my bound boots, but hey, if Nemsun wants a decent pair of Feather Falling 4, it's there waiting for him to be used. So let's try out this guy and see if this works how intended. I have never used one of these before, so I have no idea how it's going to go. Oh man, I've got hiccups. This is bad. We need to get this over with fast. I guess we should just use these up, maybe, because I want to test this out. Let's go see if we've got any other enchants anywhere that I can throw one of these bits of armor, maybe. Because that's a level 30 enchant, so Protection 4. Hey, that'll do. That'll do the trick. We'll go with that. Oh man, these hiccups, they're going to be the end of me. Right. Chest piece. So that. And that. Is that how it works? Wow. That and that. Repair only. Off. Oh. Oh, maybe that isn't going to work then. Unless the chest plate has to be, maybe, you know, full. Maybe we should try over a full one. Let's go see if we've got a full something over here. Or maybe it just doesn't work with metallurgy stuff. This all clays helmet, is that brand new? That looks brand new to me. That looks good. Why have we got 21 all clay? Did Nemsun accidentally make millions of out of clay's helmets? Oh man, that's not going to help my hiccups. Alright, what can we put on these then? I guess we can put that thing on there. Wow. Let's see if this is going to work. That and protection 4. I guess the auto anvil doesn't work. Or maybe it just doesn't work with the metallurgy stuff. Because it doesn't look like it wants to do anything. Let's just try doing this. Guys, I apologise for the hiccups. It's so unprofessional of me. So unprofessional. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, so it does work. So... Hey, alright, so it literally just needed to be taken up and taken down. Maybe that's because I logged on and off a second ago. It's gone and done that. So we're going to need a pop-it shelf for this place, aren't we? Damn. Those MFR things being broken. Unless that's like a config or something that's been turned on just to make our lives a misery. It might be that, but it is working now. So that's going to get added to this. Hopefully. It's going to use all that power up though. And we've got 2 things running off of this now, so it's going to run pretty fast. So let's have a look. That one's almost done now as well. So when this hits the top, we should have our armour with protection 4 on it. Hopefully. I can't get over there's a billion hourglaze helmets in there. Wow. I wonder if there's any way of ripping those apart. I don't think there is. Oh, we can smelt it back down. There we go. We can smelt it back down. That's alright. That'll be fine. Here we go. So that's almost done. That one's almost done. He slowed down a bit, but I think that's because this guy's using most of the power-ups, so... Yes. Maybe we're going to need some better cables along here, because these leadstone only transmit 80 RF, don't they? So maybe we could do with a bit more power going around here. But there we go. Celestial chest plate with protection 4. Good stuff. That's going to give me loads of good hearts. And this guy's almost done as well. Let's see if we can try and maybe fancy this up a little bit. Let's use some of these to do this. Try and make it look a little bit nicer. There we go. We got any more? We have. Let's put one here. Like, nope. It's not what I wanted to do. Oh my god, here we go. Oh! Oh my god, the hiccups! Seriously! Okay. I'm just going to go over here and do this. Okay, okay, we're good. We're good. That doesn't look too bad, I guess. And we could get these and do that. Cool. Yeah, looks fine. And we got... did it do it? Oh man, do we get 2 of the same one? That sucks. That really sucks. That was a lot of fluid. Jeebus. Well, I guess it's still going, isn't it? And we got a load of mob essence in there, so that should keep going for some time, so... Yeah, cool. Alright, so that's going to be that for today's episode, guys. I'm going to go and I'm going to have a hiccup fit. I'm going to lay on the floor, just... There we go. it's going to be that for the next half an hour now. It's going to drive me insane. It's probably drive you guys insane as well. I do apologise. But we got our auto enchanting set up now, so I'm going to go get a poppet shelf, and I'm going to go and place that on top of this guy, and I'm just going to let it keep running, and hopefully, as long as we have enough power, I'm going to go and see how many books we get when we come back, and see if we can get some insane armor together. Yeah, it's going to be a thing. Alright guys, I shall see you soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day, have a good one, as always, and goodbye.